Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Tolisa Ngenge, and this is Dizzy World. Dizzy World is a channel where we talk about social, political, labor, and overall general or relevant topics. I am not an expert on these topics, but I'm just fascinated by how unpredictable human beings are. By unpredictability, I mean, for an example, it's not human nature or human beings are very complex. Like, for an example, let's say today as humans we are friends and tomorrow we are not. So that's how complex human beings are. And I'm fascinated by this topic in so much that I want to take a deep dive in terms of exploring how as humans we interact with each other. And our topic for today is, are humans naturally bad or good? Apparently, philosophers for centuries have attempted to answer this question. But despite the publication of thousands of works on the subject, no satisfactory answer has been found. Are we born with an innate moral compass, or is it something that we develop as we grow? So this is the question. And this question is answered here beautifully by a Greek philosopher by the name of Aristotle. Aristotle argued that morality is learned and that we are born as amoral creatures, while Sigmund Freud, an Austrian father of philosophy, considered newborns as a moral blank slate. What is the belief that humans are inherently good? Innate goodness is a perspective on human nature that suggests that humans are inherently good, and doing good comes more naturally than doing evil. Who said humans are inherently bad? In his famous 1651 work, Leviathan, Thomas Hobbes, an English philosopher, he argues that people are inherently wicked and selfish. Thomas Hobbes, he puts forth his ideas for social laws required by a society of evil creatures. His views were influenced by what was happening in Europe during his time. Apparently, there were wars that were happening in Europe, or England to be specific, which shaped his views. So that's how he looked at humans those days. What is the inherent human nature? Human nature comprises of fundamental dispositions and characteristics, including ways of thinking, feeling, and acting that humans are said to have naturally. And one way of asking about our most fundamental characteristics is to have a look at babies. Babies' minds are a wonderful showcase of human nature. Babies are humans with absolute minimum of cultural influence. Babies don't have influence. They don't have many friends. Babies have never been to school. They also have not read any books. They can't even control their own bowels, let alone speaking the language. So their minds are as close to innocent as human can get. Do you believe that humans are inherently good, bad, or somewhere in the middle? As we have already spoken about the good and the bad side of humans. Now, do we believe humans are inherently good, bad, or somewhere in the middle? Here we have this lady by the name of Charissa Engent. Charissa Engent is an American lady. She actually is a content creator who shares her experience. Apparently this lady, she worked with toddlers in Sunday school, and that's where she observed how children or toddlers behave. And she says a lot of people believe that children are born good and innocent. Clarissa says people believe that it is only the world that corrupts the children. But she disagrees with this belief. She says, when I taught children in Sunday school, she has observed that when a toddler desired something from another toddler, the toddler would steal what he or she desired from another toddler. And she also would be surprised by the reaction or by the toddler that had something stolen from. The toddler would hit the toddler that has stolen something from them. And that's a behavior that is very strange to her, because nobody taught the toddler to behave in this manner, to behave in a violent way. But that's how toddlers address their issues at a very, very early stage, without being taught by any adult to behave in that manner. She concludes by saying that humans, I believe, are born selfish, unkind, and uncaring. She says kindness is learned. That is, we are not born kind. We learn how to be kind as we grow. And to be kind, you must fight against human nature, which is, in her view, is selfish, unkind, and uncaring. And that is why kindness is impressive. as we all know that as people, when we see kind people, everybody is impressed. When somebody is doing something kind or when we see kindness from our fellow human beings. So are people inherently evil? If now we, after having listened to what Charissa is saying, so are we saying people are inherently evil? Is that what we are saying? Here we have Robert Toby. Robert Toby is a writer, a fiction writer, who says the following words, that inside of me there are two dogs. One dog is mean and evil, and the other dog is good. These two dogs, he says, they fight all the time. But when asked which dog wins, he says, my answer is, the dog that wins is the dog that I feed the most. Being evil is a lot easier than being good. That is his views, that being evil is a lot easier than being good. He says being good requires restraint. Being good requires honesty. It requires loyalty, humility, hard work, thrift, ingenuity, perseverance, compassion, justice, sacrifice, and considering the long-term good of oneself and others. While being evil, it just requires remaining a narcissist. So being evil doesn't require any hard work. The only thing that you require is just to be a narcissist, and that is all. Franklin Vogels, he says, I think human beings, the ones in the middle, are essentially a combination of lazy, tribalistic, and self-indulgent. They are the people who want to think of themselves as good and just, and they want to do a minimum of work in order to, when they think of themselves, see themselves as these good human beings. These people are doing what they are doing according to their according to the standard of their particular tribe or sub-community. In whatever they do, they want to avoid discomfort. We will remember these people, we said the people are the ones that are in the middle. So we are saying, so they follow the standard of their particular tribe or sub-community. Even if somewhere deep down in their hearts, they may feel that something is wrong, but they do it anyway, as long as they are not going to be on the wrong side of their community. So these people will say things that they are expected to say. They will signal virtues that they are expected to signal. They will hate people that they are expected to hate. They will believe what they are expected to believe, even if they feel that something is wrong. But what is important is to do anything according to the wishes of the their tribe or sub-community, as long as it is not going to cost them their social standing. You see, this one of hating people they are expected to hate is very funny, really. It reminds me of a video that I saw the other day, where a Khoisan lady or woman was being interviewed, telling the interviewer about how she hates a particular group of people, black people to be specific. Now she was asked a question: why do you hate this group of people? And she could not answer the question, the reason why. In fact, she didn't know the reason why, but it's just that these people are a group of people that she is expected to hate. So this is a typical example now of the people who are said to be in the middle, the people that want to do a minimum amount of work as long as they are, as long as they appease their particular tribe or sub-community. This subject reminds me of Martin Luther King's sermon, where he was talking about a drum major instinct. What is drum major instinct? He says drum major instinct is a desire to lead a parade. It is a desire to be first in everything we do as people. It is a desire to be perceived in a certain way. Now, what is clear to me is that in pursuit of acceptance and comfort within our own culture or sub-community or tribe, we are prepared to do anything, regardless of whether it is right or wrong, just as long as it fits the standard of our particular tribe. Perhaps this finds expression on why some groups of humans trample on other groups of people's rights, culture, race, etc. Maybe this explains race issues in this world. And now my take on this subject would lean towards the positive side of things. As we all know that as a people, we like positivity. But this doesn't necessarily mean that there are no bad or evil people in this world. Yes, there is good and bad in every one of us. But what is important is not to let the bad side of us to get the better of us. Or in Robert Toby's words, that let us not feed the mean and evil dog. Let's always try to feed the good dog. Or if I may borrow the words or use the words of Mahatma Gandhi from India. Yes, I understand some people are saying Mahatma had some race issues, but I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about what he says. Gandhi says, and I quote, "Let us always try to aim at complete harmony of word, thought, and deed." He says, let's always try to purify our thoughts and everything will be all right. So that is, close quote, that is my view, which is less important than what you think about this topic. This was my first topic, my first video, of which I don't know how the audience will react to it. But kindly, please comment down below. Please share the video with friends and family. Please hit the like button and notification bell if this type of content resonates with you. And lastly, please subscribe to my channel for more engaging content. See you soon. Adios. Bye-bye.